edition of Feedback Learnex. We're here in Fort Clinch, Fernandina Beach, Florida, at a campground, and we're here for this Feedback Learnex to tell you a little bit about the campground and camping experience. So join me. As mentioned, we're here at Fort Clinch State Park in Fernandina Beach, Florida. Fort Clinch is a unique campground as stayers can partake in several activities, including, but not limited to, bicycling, bird watching, camping on primitive ground with traditional tents, or camping in an RV on their RV sites, or a combination of both. You can also take part in hiking, biking, or walking. There are many trails, fishing, paddling, picnicking, shelling, and even surfing, as it is a site right next to the beach. But first, let's look at camping in tents versus an RV, or recreational vehicle. Although they both have their positive notes, their differences are vast. Tents are close to the ground and exposed to the climate of wherever you end up camping. In this case, it is hot and humid year-round and rainy in the spring months. This, however, to those that enjoy it, does not deter them from using this method. Camping in tents is something that makes those that use it feel closer to the elements. In an RV, you are protected from those same elements as well as given safety and security from animals and other campers, which is not something you might have in a tent. With an RV, you get to experience being out in nature, but with some of the comforts of being in a house, like a restroom, shower, bed, and in some cases, an almost fully functioning kitchen. Here in Fort Clinch, both are possibilities and an option, and it just comes down to personal preference. Something else that is unique about this campground is that traditionally speaking, a campground has large trees, flat ground for tent spaces, and in some cases, areas for RV parking. Other than that, it's more about the experience of 100% outdoors without much help or support from first world comforts. This is still true for the most part at Fort Clinch, but it has two peculiarities in that it also has a history center with a history museum, telling the story of Fort Clinch dating all the way back to the U.S. Civil War. The second unique or interesting thing found at Fort Clinch is that it is situated right on the beach, surrounded by water. This last fact makes it unique in that the type of camping realized here is different than that you would do in a forest. Instead of taking with you hiking boots, it's more appropriate to have flip-flops, sunblock, a boogie board or surfboard, and baby powder for the sand. It's also less likely to get cold due to temperature drops at night as you would in forest camping, because on the beach it is warmer and more humid all day and all night. So, if you ever have the opportunity to camp in the great outdoors, I recommend doing so based on what you like and what you enjoy, whether it's to be one and close with nature or to be in nature but with the comforts and commodities of the first world. Hello everyone! Thanks for joining us on this week's edition of Feedback Learnex, where we looked at everything that has to do with campgrounds, the difference between RVs, recreational vehicles, and tents. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you learned a little bit. Stay tuned next week, Thursday night at 9:15 p.m.